So today we are going to discuss the differences between partnership and sole proprietorship business. You know, partnership business and sole proprietorship business are two different things. In partnership, there are many partners, at least 2 or maximum 50, whether it's banking business or non-banking business. When we talk about the number of partners, so let me tell you that, मैं बता दूँ तुम लोगों को, as far as the number of partners is concerned, if it is sole proprietorship business, its name is quite enough. In sole proprietorship business, there would be only one person, one person is the profit taker. But when we talk about the partnership business, there are many partners. According to the Company Act 2013, the number of partners is limited to 50, whether it's banking business or non-banking business. At least 2, minimum number of partners are 2 and maximum number are 50. So there is a limitation regarding the number of partners as far as the partnership business is concerned. But if it is sole proprietorship business, the number is 1. One person is there, he is the owner. But in partnership business, all partners are the owners of the business. Partnership firm is also a partnership business. In partnership, there are partners, and the partners are nothing but the owners of the business. Am I right? Similarly, when we talk about the sole proprietorship business, there is only one person who is the owner. Now, one thing is clear: every business is controlled by some act. Partnership business is controlled by Partnership Act 1932. Partnership business is controlled, conducted, managed by an act. That act is called Partnership Act 1932. But for sole proprietorship business, all the shops you can see situated 2 sides of the road are example of sole proprietorship business. Why? You can assume that only one is the owner, right? So sole proprietorship business, there is no separate legal act. There is no an act is there to control the sole proprietorship business. Mr. Keshav, for controlling the company business, there is Company Act 2013. But for sole proprietorship business, there is no act is there to control the activity of sole proprietorship business. Am I right? So, on the essay governed by means on the basis of governed by which act controls or governs the partnership business, there is the Partnership Act 1932. Just when we talk about sole proprietorship business, there is no act at all to govern the sole proprietorship business. Am I right? So 2 points have been discussed. Number 1 was the number of members, number of the partners, number of the owner. In partnership business, there is a maximum 50 and minimum 2 owners would be there. But for sole proprietorship business, there is only one owner. No, yes, I have told you. Before the Company Act 2013, the limitation was for banking 10 was the maximum number, and for non-banking sector number of partners was 20. But right now, after the 2013 Company Act, the partners number is increased to 50. Irrespective whether you are running a banking partnership business or non-banking partnership business, the limitation, the maximum limit would be 50. Clear? For both. Am I right? Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Now, capital. Look, sole proprietorship business, a gutka seller is also a gutka seller, pan seller, tea seller are also example of sole proprietorship business. Less amount of capital is required to run to start a sole proprietorship business, to run sole proprietorship business. But to start a partnership business, we should invest huge amount of capital. Without having a large amount of capital, you can't start a partnership business. Why we need many partners? Because we want to start such a business that needs huge amount of capital. Are you right? So why partnership business is called partnership business? Because we want to start a business. Suppose Atul, you want to start a business, you need 40 lakh rupees. You can't manage, you can't invest from yourself, because 40 lakh rupees is a lump sum amount. You need many partners so that they will contribute it, so that you can start your own business. Am I right or wrong? Is that clear? So for start in short way we can say, Ms. Sanchita, for the partnership business, huge amount of capital is required to start, to manage, to start, to run. But for sole proprietorship business, you don't need to invest huge amount of capital. Low amount of capital is required for sole proprietorship business in compared to partnership business. Clear? So this difference was on the basis of the amount of capital required. Clear? To start a business. Now the fourth point is the difference, that is agreement. That is agreement. If you want to start a partnership business, you have to make an agreement among the partners. The agreement, final agreement among the partners, signed by all of them, that become a partnership deed. That become a partnership deed. So deed. So partnership deed, or you can say agreement, is very, very important to start a partnership business. You can't start a partnership business unless you have a partnership deed, unless you have an agreement. Unless you have an agreement among the partners, you are not in position to start a partnership business. Am I right? But for sole proprietorship business, there is no agreement is required. Why? I am single person is owner. There is no conflict. It maybe arises between the partner because he is a single partner, single owner is there. Since there is a single person, single owner is there, so there is no question of disagreement or dispute, or you can say conflict. That's why there is no agreement or partnership deed is needed for sole proprietorship business. Clear? So an agreement is very, very essential, what is it? Mandatory or compulsory for a partnership business. But the same thing is not so important for the sole proprietorship business. Now next point is risk. Look, if you are running a partnership business, are you getting my points?
Yes.
If you are running a partnership business, there is a risk of loss. But suppose 10 lakh rupees has been a loss to your partnership business. These 10 lakh rupees worth of loss would be shared among the all partners. All partners. So if it is loss, it would be shared by the partners. If it is profit, it will be shared by me. Means any type of risk, whether it's natural risk, political risk, financial risk, business risk, any kind of risk would be there. All the risk would be shared by the all partners. All partners. But if you are running a sole proprietor, sole means single, proprietor means owner. If you are running a single owner business, that is sole proprietorship business. Are you getting my point? Sole proprietor means single owner business. Sole means single, S-O-L-E. Sole means single. Proprietor means owner. Single owner business or sole proprietorship business, both are same thing. So sole proprietorship business, you have to take the risk yourself. So if you are running sole proprietorship business, the risk would be shared by yourself. The owner is single person would be taking the profit. That's why single person also take the risk. If you are taking risk, profit singly, individually, then you have to take the risk individually as well. Clear? But in partnership, since all partners are eligible to take the profit, So all the partners are eligible to take the risk as well. Clear? No risk, no gain. Since you are taking risk, that's why you are getting profit. Since you are taking risk to run the business, that's why you are in position to take the profit. Clear? So there are many partners, all are taking risk, that's why they are all are taking profit. Oh yes. So the point was risk. The point was risk. On the basis of risk, we can say that in partnership business, risk is taken by, shared by all the partners. But in sole proprietorship business, risk is taken by only one person, that is the owner of the business, single person. Now, decision making. Look, decision making is the topmost duty of the partners. Since you are running a partnership business, you need to take decisions. But suppose one partner is want to take a decision, before finalizing the decision, he has to consult with all the partners. Without consulting the all partners, he is not eligible. He has no right to take the decision. He has to consult the. Suppose you are running a coaching center. Suppose you are running a coaching center, having a 5 partners. So if you want to take a decision, you have to consult with all the 5 partners. Unless you are not eligible to take the decision, you have no right. But for sole proprietorship business, single owner is there. Single person is owner. He himself take the decisions. That is why you know, Mr. Keshav, that is the reason decision making is very quick. Very, very quick in sole proprietorship business, because single person is taking the decision. There is no need of consultation among the partners. But decision making is very late or delayed. Decision making is very delayed when we talk about partnership business, since there are the different partners. Yes, one partner is present, other is not present. He has gone to foreign land, overseas. When he will come back, then we will consult. In this way, we can say for a small decision, we take 1 and 2 months as usual. Clear? For a small decision. That's why decision is very delayed if you are talking about partnership business. Are you getting my point, Sanjit? So this was the decision making. On the basis of decision making, we can see that quick decision is there in sole proprietorship business, and decision is very delayed when we talk about partnership business. Now, next is distribution of profit and losses. Yes, it's calculated. Since all the partners, they will share their profit and losses. If the profit sharing ratio is mentioned in the partnership deed or agreement, then the amount of profit will be shared among the partners in that profit sharing ratio. If nothing ratio about the profit share is mentioned in the partnership deed, then equally they will share the amount of profit equally among the partners. They will share the amount of profit equally. Why? Because no profit sharing ratio has been mentioned in deed. Whether irrespective how much amount you have been invested, the amount of capital in a business, that you will not taken care. Suppose Mr. Atul, you have invested 1 lakh rupees, Keshav has invested 2 lakh rupees, and Tushar has invested 3 lakh rupees. If nothing regarding the profit sharing ratio has been mentioned in the profit sharing ratio in the partnership deed, then the amount of profit would be, suppose 3 lakh rupees the amount of profit, so 1 lakh would be shared or distributed among all you 3. Why? Because nothing regarding the profit sharing ratio has been mentioned in the partnership deed. Are you getting my points? It is clear? Now the dispute may arise. He will say, Atul will say, sir, I have invested 3 lakh rupees, he has invested 2 lakh rupees, Tushar has invested 1 lakh rupees. Why all are taking same profit? It may be dispute. It may be the cause of dispute. The answer is that since you have not mentioned the profit sharing ratio, the court will declare that you have to share the profit equally. So it's better to clarify the profit sharing ratio. Clear? So profit and losses are distributed among the partnership, among the partners according to the partnership deed, or you can say according to agreement. Clear? That's why we make the agreement. But all the profit or its losses are to be taken by the single person in the as far as the sole proprietorship business is concerned. All the profits, all losses are taken by him or her. Clear? Because he is taking the risk. No other is there. No other person is there. Am I right? So we have discussed 7 points of differences till now between partnership business and sole proprietorship business, and I hope you are understanding my point, each and every one. Am I right? Now, next point is secrecy. Look, nothing secret in partnership business. All the partners know the secrets of business. Since they are partners, secrecy can't be maintained. Secrecy means secret points. Secrecy can't be maintained if you are running a partnership business. Partnership is an open business. You can't hide anything from other person. Because all the partners, if you are hiding one partner, if one partner is hiding any fact from other partner, he is doing crime. He is going against the principles of the partnership business. Am I right? If one partner is hiding untruth of fact from other person, he is doing criminal activity. He is doing cheating. He is hiding on fact, so he is cheating. So we can say, oh, partnership business is an open business. Secrecy can't be maintained if you are running a partnership business. All the partners know even a small thing of the business. But when we talk, just on the other hand, if we talk about sole proprietorship business, we can understand that in sole proprietorship business, secrecy can be 100% maintained. For example, suppose I am running this coaching center, you don't know where is my bank account, in which branch, in which bank, how much amount of balance is there in my savings account and fixed account. Clear? What are my assets and liabilities? You know nothing, because I have kept all things secret. Since I am the single owner, I am doing the sole proprietorship business, I am running this coaching center, then at that point we can say that secrecy can be maintained. Secrecy can be maintained. Nobody is there who will know the secrets of the sole proprietorship business except the owner himself. Clear? So secrecy can be 100% maintained if we are running a sole proprietorship business. Now the next point is registration. No registration is required. No registration is required for sole proprietorship business. For sole proprietorship business, no provision, no law says that if we are running a sole proprietorship business, you have to go for registration. No. Look, if you want to be a student of a school, you have to go for registration. Without having registered under an institute, under an academy, you can't be a student of a school. Am I right? But for sole, if you want to commence a start or run a sole proprietorship business, you don't need to have a registration. No registration is required. No registration is required for starting a sole proprietorship business or to running a sole proprietorship business. It's a very, very important question. Clear? It is very, very important question. In the examination, it will bring either 8 or 10 marks in each board, in every board. Okay. So, but registration is done under Partnership Act. Under Partnership Act 1932, you have to register your business. Look, now you can say registration is registration. The answer is, you may ask me the question, sir, is registration is done for partnership business? The answer is yes. For partnership business, there is a provision for registration under the Partnership Act 1932. Under the provision of, under the Act of Partnership Act 1932, you can register your business, your partnership business. Clear? So registration provision is there. But one thing you may ask another question, you may fire me another question, sir, is it compulsory? Is it mandatory to go for registration? The answer is no. For partnership business, you can register your business, but it is Not compulsory. You can't. You can. If you want, if you wish to go for registration, you can go for registration. Otherwise, you can run your partnership business without having a registration. So registration of partnership business is not compulsory, but the provision of registration is still there. Now the 10th point is loss of absence. Look, if there are many partners are there, one partner is absent, not there, he is going to overseas or he is ill, so in the absence of one partner, the business will not collapse, the business will still continue. Suppose there is a 5 partner, one partner is ill or he went to overseas, it doesn't mean that business will be stopped, the business will still continue in the absence of one partner. But since one person is the owner of the sole proprietorship business, if he dies or if he went to other state or anywhere else, his business will be closed, stopped, he can't run, right? Suppose you are a owner of a sole proprietorship business, you went to your native land, your Bihar or UP for any personal issues, then you have to stop, you have to shut down your business for 1 month or for a fortnight, am I right? So being the single owner, absence affects the business, absence affects the business. Now the 11th point, the last point is a scale of operation. Look, partnership business is suitable for medium sized business size. The size of business is dependent on the amount of capital you are investing. The amount of capital you are investing, that determines the size of the business. If you have invested 1 crore rupees to your business, the size of business is larger. If you invested just 10 lakh, the business size is medium. In the same way, partnership is suitable for medium sized business, or you can say greater size of business. Medium and large size of business is of partnership. But sole proprietorship business is suitable for a small size business. If you want to start a business, a small size, you have to go for sole proprietorship type of business. Sole proprietorship. Look, business has 3 main forms. Forms means in Hindi called roop, phase. So there are 3 phases, or you can say 3 forms of business are there. The first is called sole proprietorship business for a small business, For larger and medium scale business, there is a partnership business, and above of partnership there is company. Company is also one form of business, that is called joint stock companies. Joint stock company or companies, clear? So there are main 3 types of business are there, 3 forms or 3 phases of business are there. What are these 3? Let me tell you. First, sole proprietorship business. Second, partnership business. And the third is company business, company type of business, or company, or you can say company. Company are of 2 types: private limited company and public limited company. Public limited company means the shares are issued to the public, but in private limited company the shares are not issued to the general public. Clear? That's the main difference between public limited company and private limited company. The difference between private limited company and public limited company we will discuss in another class. That is another topic. Okay, the differences between public limited company and private limited company will be discussed in the coming classes. Okay, right now we have discussed 11 differences between sole proprietorship business and partnership business. Both are 2 types of business. One needs low amount of capital, another is called if you have 1 crore rupee business, if you have 1 crore rupees of business and you want to take the risk, you can start partnership business with having many partners. Suppose you have just 10 lakh rupees and you don't want to take the risk, you have to start sole proprietorship business. But one thing clear, for the amount of profit is very low in sole proprietorship business because the amount of capital is low. Since the amount of capital is low, that's why the amount of profit is also low when we talk about the sole proprietorship business. But in compared to the when we talk about the partnership business, there is a amount of huge capital is there. We can gather a huge amount of capital because each partner is contributing some amount of finance, some amount of money. That's why we can collect, we can gather, we can deposit a lots of amount of capital, so we can generate huge amount of profit. If you want to having a great amount of profit, it's better start a partnership business. But one thing clear, there is a huge amount of capital, there is a huge amount of profit, but huge amount of risk is also there. If you are ready to take the risk, no gain. Without taking the risk, you are not in position, you have no right to take the advantage or gain of profit. So let me conclude it. Okay, thank you.